My team was very special with special abilities, like a super soldier.
How are you equipped?
We have like an exoskeleton with a suit with a force field.
What was your duty that day?
When I arrived, when I was teleported inside the base, my friend David in front of me felt something wrong. I was in front of a black Draco. He cut me with a big tail. They put me in the big tube to evacuate to the Solaris. They put me in the med bed.
What is this med bed?
It's like a bed with a crystal, and I'm floating in the liquid. I think very warm, and after that I was healed completely. You can sleep 8 minutes equal to 8 hours of sleeping. I think this technology exists in Earth, but it's hidden for humans.
Can you describe what a normal day looks
Yes.
like on the Solaris?
Go to cafeteria to spend a time with a friend and take a meal in a replicator of a food. It's holographic. You put your hand in the screen and it detects everything you want, you need, like a vitamin and a lot of things.
Hello everybody, we've been making a few videos on this very interesting topic of extremely above top secret government projects in the area of unidentified aerial phenomena. We started with Dan Willis. It was an extraordinary interview, and today we will follow and we're going to talk to somebody that has been inside one of these above top secret projects, and he has worked for the French USA cooperation in secret space technologies. His name is Jean Charles Moyen, and he is here with me today. Hello, Jean. How are you today?
Fine, and you?
I am very good. What I want to do today with you, Jean, is I want to ask very simple, quick questions so that in 5-6 minutes, our audience can understand what we're talking about. So the first thing that I want to ask you is, have you ever been in the military?
Yes.
Which military?
French Air Force.
Have you ever been in an underground military base?
Yes.
How deep in the ground was this base?
I remember it was deep. My chief tell me, you don't have the authorization, but it's very deep and it's very secret, top secret.
What is the farthest place away from your home that you have been?
In other planets.
How far from planet Earth?
I don't know the distance, but I know the name of the planet. It was Antares.
So how did you get to this place?
It was, my experience was teleportation physically.
And how fast does it take to get there?
1 second.
So it's almost immediate. Okay.
Yes, immediately.
What do you feel while you do that?
I feel dizzy and I feel a lot of tingling inside of me. And after 1 second, I was in this planet.
How far have you been with the spaceship?
In another galaxy, very, very far. The planet was Ultima.
That you remember, where was the spaceship built?
I remember it was built with a retro engineering, with human and extraterrestrial technology.
So underground on Earth?
Yeah, underground.
Okay. Do you have an idea when this spacecraft was built?
Maybe at the same, like Solar Warden was in 1980.
Do you know who built it?
Lockheed Martin.
But you cannot verify that. Okay.
No.
Do you think the spaceship you were on is still in service today?
Oh, yeah.
Why do you think this program is kept secret?
Because it's not to interfere with humankind. And they keep secret because the technology use is very important and humanity is not yet, they must be in peace to use this technology.
What rank did you had in the military?
Captain of a squad to save people of the slavery of reptilian.
We will discuss above top secret technological developments at the first Silicon Valley Conference on Secret Space Technologies Business Applications. Experiences and witnesses of advanced technology will present how they have interacted with innovations and discoveries far beyond our current reality, but that may be one day not too far from becoming our reality. In this conference, we will discuss the futuristic civilian applications of these technologies to our economy. It's about time that we start challenging our current beliefs and limitations and start to envision a more advanced civilization for us and our children. One day, we may be using some of these secret space technologies to build viable civilian business applications.
What we're talking about here is, and we explained it in the previous video, is a program where people get trained at a certain age. Then when they reach maturity, at least this was the beginning, you were one of the first, if I understand it correctly.
Yeah.
So you were first trained.
Yeah.
Then you were age regressed.
Yeah.
Sent back to your normal life. You lived your normal life for 18 years. Then they pick you back. They send you to space.
Yes.
For 20 years. Then they regress you, they delete your memory, and they ship you back to your life. I know that you have done a lot of interviews explaining this aspect. I would like instead to talk about the real situations you were and kind of focus on a few of them. Have you ever been, during this combat situation, close to die or really seriously injured?
Yes, close to die. It's the right word. I was in a mission to rescue some slave people in Mars.
Who are the enemies on planet Mars?
It was underground base with a prison jail, and a lot of people work mining for a crystal or a lot of metal for a weapon of reptilian, and there will be slave. A lot of slavery, human and another race, was inside underground.
So this is a situation where there is a very advanced civilization called reptilians.
Yes,
they are
Draco.
very advanced technologically, but they are like the Nazis. So they take people and they put them working in the mines as slaves.
Precisely, reptilian, all are not bad. There is a reptilian Draco, and this is the Draco. We have a lot of people know that a lot of planet and universe was slavery with reptilian.
How did you decide that at this particular time, this particular day, you have to go there in that place? How was this decided?
Oh, it's prepared before that. We have a lot of people with abilities like telepathy and can project our mind in a specific place. So we know at this place there is slave, so we prepare the mission with this information.
So you have intelligence.
Yes.
So if there are many people that are slave, how do you select the ones that you want to save? Do you want to save all of them or only few?
All of them.
It's probably more than your team alone. It's multiple teams.
Yes, but my team was very special with special abilities, like a super soldier.
How are you equipped?
We have like an exoskeleton, and with a suit with a force field around each person. With a belt, you have a button, you push the belt, and you have a force field around you.
What was your duty that day?
When I arrived, when I was teleported inside the base, my friend David in front of me felt something wrong in this mission. He felt the danger, and I have no time to push my belt, my button belt, to protect me. And I decide to push my friend, and I was in front of a black Draco, very, very, very big. And at this time, the Draco read in my mind, and they know I have done the time to push the button. And he cut me with a big tail, like a slice. And he cut me, and I fall on the ground, and I was near to death. At this time, the squad shot the Draco, and they put me in the big tube to evacuate to the Solaris.
So yes. What parts of your body were damaged?
Open in the back, and it was very, very painful. And I remember, I think I'm dead. They put me in the med bed.
In a med bed?
Yes.
What is this med bed?
It's like a bed with crystal behind me, with a liquid in the middle of my body, and I'm floating in the liquid. And I think very warm, because my injury was very, very big. It was very long to me to heal me. And after that, I was healed completely.
But how long did it take for you?
Normally, it's instantly. But for me, with my injury, everybody knows, oh, he's dead, because my injury was very, very, very bad.
So who else was with you in the mission?
Just one name was David Rousseau, a friend of mine now. He remembers the same mission. And I have a lot of spaces with me. We have a team with different spaces, with a different capacity.
So you had a team of multiple species. You had
Exactly.
a number of humans, but there were also a number of other life forms that were part of the same team.
Exactly.
And was the relationship you had with them similar to the relationship that you have to an Earth friend?
Yes, exactly. The same. It's very difficult. Somebody, they talk in telepathic, but they try to speak with mouth and it's not the same. It's like the voice is different, but you share a lot of experience. The appearance sometimes is very difficult because there is one eye or three eyes and the face is different, like iguana, like a reptilian or gray with a big eyes, or mantis. Do you imagine a mantis and you speak with a mantis? Giant mantis. She have a lot of abilities like telepathy, and the mantis know what you think before you think. And my training with mantis was very important because she learned and she teach me how to create a screen in my mind when I fight against the Draco, because the Draco knows everything you do before you do. So it was very difficult. It's not like a muscle or exoskeleton. You must think different when you are in front of Draco. If you don't, you're dead.
You are basically facing an enemy that can read your mind.
There is somebody have a microchip inside to do that, but there is a different people like me. They call me a superstar seed. And I say, why I'm a superstar seed? And they tell me, because you can teleport your body without any device. And it was very, very, very unique, you know.
So when you had that experience, psychologically, how did you recover from it? Like the next day, were you ready to combat, or you need?
Yeah. The next day, I'm ready to combat. Yeah. The medbed is an unbelievable technology, my friend. It's not just to heal, also to change your molecular structure of your body. You can sleep 8 minutes equal to 8 hours of sleeping. I remember there is a lot of crystal inside and you can program the medbed. I'm lost a bit consciousness, and after I open my eyes, it's finished. And wow, I'm research. I'm very strong. I think this technology exists in Earth, but it's hidden for humans.
In their society, like their civilian society, do they use these medbeds to sleep or not?
No, this technology is for the soldier, because they must recovery power quickly, because they must go to the combat. We don't have the time to sleep 8 hours like in Earth. But in each room inside the Solaris, a lot of people can use it, but it was the crew of the Solaris.
We'll discuss above top secret technological developments at the first Silicon Valley Conference on Secret Space Technologies business applications. Experiences and witnesses of advanced technologies will present how they've interacted with the innovations and discoveries far beyond our current landscape, but that may one day not be too far from our reality. In this conference, we'll discuss the futuristic civilian applications of these technologies to our economy. It's about time that we started challenging our current beliefs and limitations and started to envision a more advanced civilization for us and our children. One day, we may be using some of these secret space technologies to build viable civilian business applications.
Can you describe what a normal day when you're not in combat looks like on the Solaris?
Go to cafeteria to spend a time with a friend and take a meal in a replicator of a food. It's holographic. You have a screen and you put your hand in the screen and it detects everything you need, like vitamin and a lot of things. And after that, you push a button and there is a meal like baby food. It's not the same thing in the screen, okay? But the taste is the same, like a chicken or a vegetable or a lot of things. But it's like a poo.
Oh God! So then if you wanted to have, I don't know, French cheese,
Yeah. Yes.
But tell us about, the other aspects of life. Like, for example, do you have your own room?
Yes, I have a homeroom. Yeah, it's very bright, and you don't know where is the light source. It's no bolt, very bright, and everything is pure. And I have a med bed in my room and a space view.
How did you spend your time in the room?
I spend not a lot of time in my room, just to keep something. And after that, I'm going to another place, because the Solaris is a tactical spaceship, okay? And if I want to spend a time with my friend, I go to another place, a big mothership called the Excelsior.
What is the
Yes.
difference between a mothership and a tactical?
A tactical ship, not bigger, but very fast, with the technology inside, more speed than the light speed. And the mothership, it's like a planet. You can spend your life inside because there is an ecosystem inside. There is a lot of things inside. Mothership is a very, very huge spaceship.
So
Yeah.
what about the socialization aspects of your life on the ship?
It's like in Earth, but it's different because alien species has different culture. Every people have unconditional love. There is very, very kind with the humans. They know everything you think. You must be true every time you speak with the beings,
So you had to be honest, because there is
Yes.
there is no privacy, there is no mental privacy. So you cannot cheat.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. Yes.
Were all of the French soldiers men, or were there also women?
I remember 2 women.
Are they pretty alien girls?
Blonde girl, like a Venusian, with big blue eyes and blonde hair and a perfect body.
Was there somebody that you would like to meet again?
The Mantis, because she learned everything I can learn to protect me and protect my friend. It was a huge beings, but I learned the appearance is not the principal things. The principal thing is inside of you, inside your heart, inside your soul, and the appearance is not important. I miss this moment when I spend with this big creature, this being, because she's very, very kind with me.
Just focus for a second to when you left the program.
Yes.
Do you remember the last day? What happened?
I was in my room, and every beings say bye-bye. And I remember I go to a next room with a tube, and I go inside the tube. And after that, I feel a warm around me. And after that, I remember nothing. Everything was a rise. The sensation was good. And when I wake up, I was in my bed in my military room. I have a lot of déjà vu with some situation or some book, like Michael Sala's book. And when I read a book, I have a déjà vu. It's curious. And my memories bring a lot of piece of like a puzzle. I have abilities in my real life. When I was 4 in France, I disappear in front of my parents on the beach. I play in the sand and I disappear 1 hour. And this is the first time I was abducted by alien races, good beings.
You are shooting some movies and you have a new
Yes.
movie now coming on. Can you talk a little bit about what people will find in this movie?
They type in Google Vimeo space South Shore Origin. It's like a documentary with 80% of true events. And after that, there is Starseed Revelation. And the Starseed Revelation is 100% real about my real life now in a secret space program, French secret space program, with what's happened in my life, with a lot of proof inside. And now I'm preparing the sequel of Starseed Revelation 2 with a lot of witnesses.
You're basically saying that the military has a secret program to
Mhm.
fight an alien civilization that is
Yeah.
much more advanced than us. If these other aliens have given the human beings, that we are relatively primitive compared to them, have given them this technology so advanced, it means that the problem is so big that we needed this technology.
I think they hidden the secrets too long, and now it's very difficult to disclosure in one piece. they must take their time to explain to the people we are in connection with the alien species since 40 or 15 years. And imagine if you say everything to the people, it's a crazy.
This is very interesting. I think people should take a look at this, because you're putting a lot of energy to make the leap, not only about what you experienced, but also what other people around you experienced that can verify that you actually were taken in various places. So I highly recommend to take a look at these movies. It was a great pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.